I think science diplomacy has and can play a role in promoting gender equality.
One of the objectives that I see for science diplomacy is to help countries standardize or share best policy practices and work together towards a global problem, which is gender inequality.
We're losing an incredible amount of ability in the workforce while we are not having equal participation of genders in these scientific endeavors.
To fully exploit the potential to promote peace and also sustainable development, you have to include women, both as researchers participating in the science which is promoted by science diplomacy, but also sometimes to look at women's situations when you actually conduct research on a very particular topic.
One thing we could do is increase the participation of women in the development of programs and projects in which they might come with new ideas that we cannot identify yet.
Climate change can have a very different impact on women, maybe looking after their children, after their household, being responsible for the fields out there to grow crop, than maybe on men. It also has a very different impact on young people than on elderly people. So I guess if you look at a very comprehensive co-produced research design, yes, you have to take into account the very particular situation and conditions under which all these different people live, and which is very different in many countries, many regions of the world, between men and women.
If you increase the participation, the equivalent participation of genders, you would probably be completing the picture much better of what projects, questions and problems to try and solve through the search of new products of science.
I think when we design our programs, our criteria for selection, our indicators, our metrics, we tend to think about merit and how competitive programs the selection will be based on merit, but we forget that there are so many barriers and obstacles for women to achieve that same level of merit. And diversity and equality cannot be achieved without applying these maybe different lenses to be more sensitive to the obstacles that women have to face that men don't.
The idea is that you have to look for the same amount of quality in the way a scientist works, produces, publishes, and bring results in order to decide participation, and always taking into account sometimes you'll have to favor some equivalence in terms not only of gender, probably on other issues too. If you're thinking probably of taking into consideration candidates from different continents, you'll have to balance things, because the educational systems are different and the way life is organized is different in each of those continents. So you always have to look for some kind of balance in order to provide a more rich system to work on any scientific issue.
We should just increase the number of female researchers in general. And then there is this great program, GenderInSITE, and I think it does promote two very important things. First of all, to include the female perspective on the world or on the topic, the specific topic of that research done. And second of all, and this is also very important seems to me, actually bringing the research results also to women. Out there, female politicians, female teachers, but just also to the benefit of the women out there. And I guess these two things, to include the female perspective, but then also bringing the results in a comprehensive way back to women, this is a great achievement.